Australia, Bells Beach, Jurak, Wadawurrung country as we move into the last quarterfinal of the women's side. Honolua Blomfield from Hawaii against Mason Schremmer. But this is our replay catch-up. I'm Sam Bleakley, joined back in the booth again, once with Berlin Alvarez-Campbell. And Berlin, how is this one?
Well, that was just a quick nose ride for Honolua. Beautiful nose ride, nice turns, but you know, this is just her opening 3.33.
Boots, for me, don't need boots here. It's 30-degree temperature. I'm okay without that, but I've grown up in a cool climate in Cornwall in the UK. This woman from the North Shore of Oahu, Honolua Blomfield, she is 3 times Women's World Longboard Champion. Straight into a Soul Arch Hang 10 in style. Back up to the tip on her Myers-built board there. And then again, that beautiful celebration with that Rel Sun royalty, just referencing the flow, the momentum of that ride. And that was done with flair, and I loved every moment of that.
Well, the way you look at, you know, she's stalling, she's looking, how am I going to do this? Sets her lineup, and this footwork right here just locked in, so comfortable. Unreal nose ride in such a critical part of the wave. And I love that, you know, that offshore, that trim speed, that, you know, that really fast part of the wave. And, you know, it wasn't a real long wave. So you wanting to make sure that, you know, kind of more towards that bowl. And she looks like she's in a really good position right now, you know, and it seems like maybe the first wave is the better wave. And she's just waiting for this right section for her. A little bit of footwork, cutting back, just seeing if this inside's going to line up. And it does a quick 5 there for Mason. Really nice style, you know, living up on the points, really honing her point break surfing. So her technical nose ride and positioning is really refined. Beautiful nose ride again. Really engaging that rail. Hard turn there, just saying, I'm here.
That was incredible. Mason Schremmer on fire. Walks into this opening opportunity for a nose ride, but then recognizes that she needed to cut back. And here's the chance for the first touch of the 5. Again in the pocket. And I just love the way, Berlin, that she rode the wave through the inside here.
Yeah, the way she plowed through that little inside. Just right there, how she lights that up. I love the way her feet, again, back. I know I've said it before, but just the way her feet wrap over that nose is beautiful. That turn right there was unreal. Right
on edge. You could really see how that live action into a 10. Honolua Blomfield walks out of that 10, the Hawaiian. Things getting sucky and shallow on the inside, and goes for the big roller coaster. Doesn't ride out of that re-entry. She's really right on the shallow section there, so things are a little bit fruity on that inside. You do have to be careful in there. She's just going to check everything's safe. She's good to go as we get the replay of the takeoff, Berlin. It looked like a strong start.
It was a really good strong start. Beautiful 10 there. Again, not held as long as she had before, but beautiful, amazing. I'm just excited to watch this woman surf right now. Again, nice footwork back to the 5. Nice locked in section right in the peak. And then she sees this lip coming towards her, goes in. Unfortunately, just kind of going over that outside rail, losing her balance.
As we catch up on Honolua Blomfield's last ride on her 9.3 single fin, built by Carson Myers, gets up on the tip, soul arches, locks in that 5, touches that 10, and walks out to the bottom of the wave and goes big on the Rio, and doesn't quite ride out of that.
So she's only looking for a 6.24, like you said, is a lot lower than this score she's already dropped. So she's going to just kind of wait 8 minutes, and Honu, again, stalling on this takeoff.
I love the technique she's using, really making sure she's got the right line. Mason deciding not to go on the 9.3, cutting back. Carson Myers built board. Honolua Blomfield loose through the inside here. Her dad, Kalohe, her partner, Clay. Clay, of course, an iconic skateboarder, locks a 10. Soul arches the 10, down cars, finishes cleanly. Instinct for me says that's going in the top 2.
I have a feeling that's going to go in the top 2
That was a great, greatly ridden ride. Add a priority as well.
Look at this beautiful wave, nice takeoff. Again, that beautiful 5, just holding that 10. You know, really comfortable up in the front of her board. Nice swooping, drawn out lines, not rushing anything. Again, just really tight 5 to the 10. Really pulled in footwork.
They're going to go, I think they're going to go big on this score. We've got Kai Salas surfing against J.R. Esquivel from the Philippines and Taylor Jensen against Kevin Skavana. But right now it's Mason Schremmer based up in Noosa on her Thomas Beckson boards. Walks up to the nose, locks a 5, chasing a 7.57, walks back to the tail, cuts back, high line, staying loose, keeping it in the pocket, couple more cross steps, back to the tail, lively high line once again, cross stepping for a 5, locks a 5. This is a great wave, arm up, soul arch, walks back to the tail, cuts back, drops down, stays in the middle, keeps that footwork crisp, controlled, and down calves. This could really be an important score. It's only her second wave, but patience has played off for Mason because Berlin, that was pretty magical.
We're just going to have to see where the judges, look at this, beautiful, beautiful 5. Nice cut back again. I love the way she uses, you know, the forward and the steps and, you know, really just not kind of staying in one place, really utilizing all the parts of the board. Really nice flow. And I love that little shuffle in the mid part just to get her into that section. Again, really looking down the line, what's coming to me? Am I going to get there?
So my question, Berlin, to you is comparing the 210s of Honolua's last ride, which came in at a 717, and that relaxed vibe is bringing the best out of her surfing. She's in the lead. She's looking to book a spot in that second semi-final against Soleil Erico, and she's up and riding, looking to replace a 707. Toes on the nose, walks out of that first nose ride, back into a second nose ride, already in a third nose ride, into a 10, locks the 10, walks to the middle of the board, and then just arcs a nice cutback with a high line, lively, loose, electric, back up for a nice lifting 10 with the arms up, and walks down on her 9-3 single fin, big re-entry onto the bricks and rides out of that. And Berlin, what a great way to end out the heat, and that was absolutely spectacular.
So, look at this wave.
Got to go bigger than all of the scores so far. Would you agree?
Look at this beautiful 5 to 10, just plowing through the section. I like how she just, you know, gets down low, and this quick 5, she sees like, I need to wait and stall, plows through that little white water part on the nose, which is so important and technical. Nice little ankle turns, just keep right, nice high line, a 5 to a 10, and that, look at that smile right there. She's like, oh man, and boom, look at that.
She was owning this ride, wasn't she?
Boosting again, absolutely, just completely in control of her equipment. I think that's the highest score of the event so far.
Absolutely.
Men and women.
But up and riding, Mason Schremmer. This wave will count, but it doesn't look like a significant size wave. Mason Schremmer chasing a near perfect 9.67 up to the tip on the inside, locks a 5, arm up, walks out of that nose ride into a nice sweeping carve on her Thomas Beckson built board, back up to the tip again. Won't get the score.
That was amazing surfing, well displayed, everything you could want to see. The nose, the tail, the rail, the clean transitions between maneuvers, the way she utilizes, you know, every single part of her board, so comfortable on her equipment, and just that style. Everyone back in Hawaii would be screaming their heads off right now for her, and especially on the beach.